So I was about to put the hub in here when I remembered that the e-brake, or emergency brake, or parking brake, whatever you call it, has to go in first and then the knuckle. So got the e-brake out here and I was just checking it out with the knuckle here, making sure everything fit, which it does, fits in there just perfect. And that's when I remembered that we have to modify this dust shield, because let's see if I can do this without pinching my fingers. Ow! Nope, couldn't do it without pinching my fingers. There. So you see, it doesn't sit flush. The reason for that is because it's right up against the dust shield. Yeah. So let's see if I can take this off now. Yeah. So what some people do when they're doing this mod is they'll drill out these little spot welds and then just remove the whole dust shield. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my little rotary tool and I'm gonna cut off right in the corner all the way around. So basically just taking out this outer lip and leaving the back, and then that'll give us plenty of clearance for the rotor to fit. So I got the 2G GSX brake rotor out here just to compare it with the EVO 8-9 rotor, and it doesn't look as impressive on camera. I mean, in person it's like, whoa, huge difference. But let's see what we got here. So the DSM, we're looking at about 10 and 5/16. The EVO, we're looking at, nope, not even on camera, almost about 11 and 5/8. So the EVO one's over an inch bigger than the 2G DSM, so you know you have to add on each side, so a little over a ½ inch more each side, which is why it doesn't fit down in this groove like the Eclipse one does here. Fucking smash my finger again. Yeah. See how much the Eclipse one fits in there? Yeah. And another thing is the thickness. So it's like one layer, whereas the EVO is a vented disc 2-layer. So much better stopping power. Alright, now with that shield cut, you can see we're down flat and we got plenty of clearance. Man, that's looking good. Fit real nice. Oh, got the the e-brake and shield on there. I went ahead and put the factory drive shaft or axle in here, just for fitment and everything, and it'll be alright for now. When we start putting some power down, then I'll just get new axles, but these will work for now. So just gotta hook up the cable, do the same thing on the other side, and that'll almost be a wrap for the rear end here. So I'm down here hooking up the e-brake cable. Let's see, I got it ran around. I'll get out of the way. I got it going up in the I got it going up in the car, coming around, got it bolted here. Then, dun dun dun, there's an exhaust hanger here, because on the GS, the exhaust comes down the middle and then it makes a right, comes over here, and then goes out. And the GS e-brake cable, let's see if I can show you, it went in that hole right there. Right there, the GSX, it mounts in this hole right here. I can't put that there because there's hangers in the way. So now, I wish I would have noticed before, I'm gonna have to cut this hanger off so that I can get this mounted here. And then another thing, on the GS, the e-brake cable screws in there. Well, on the GSX, there's an extra bracket welded on right here, and then that's where this one mounts to. So now I gotta figure out something to mount this. I'm thinking of just drilling a hole right here, and then, you know, bolting it up right there. I don't know. I wish I would have noticed this before. I would have been able to. I probably would have taken that bracket off and just welded it on here, because you can see. Well, you're not going to focus, but there's the bracket right there. This stupid thing won't focus when I zoom in. You might be able to see. You can see this side. See that little bracket sticking off right there? That's where the e-brake mounts to. And there's no exhaust hanger on the side. So now I get to deal with this. This one I'm gonna have to go Sawzall in there, chop that off, but this one I'm gonna have to get creative. Alright, I solved my e-brake cable issue. So for this one, I just cut off the exhaust hanger, then sprayed it with some undercoating so I can mount this one up. And then this one, I actually got it up here. So I drilled a hole right through here. Let's see it better there. Drilled a hole through there. Came out here. I put a nut on the other side. Tightened that down to hold the bolt there. And then I added another nut on top of that so that I could space it out enough to where there's a gap between you know, this rubber and the end of this bolt. I didn't want those to be rubbing on each other. And then just put another nut on the other side, tighten it down. So that's all in. You know, it's clear from touching the subframe mount, clear from touching that bolt. Yeah, looks like it's supposed to be like that, right? And I'm actually going. I'm gonna paint that bolt black so it doesn't stand out so much. But yeah, that's how I solved that. Now the only problem is I gotta do it all again on that side. Alright guys, so we got the rear brakes fairly squared away. I still got to get the EVO Brembo calipers on there, but we got the rotor on there and got the e-brake line on there. Ran into a little snafu with that, but it's on there. I think it looks good. It'll work just fine, so I'm not too worried about it. Modified that dust shield. The reason I left the backside and only took off the lip around it is so that there is some kind of dust protection on there. You know, if you take the whole thing off, like a lot of people do, you've got no dust protection from, you know, your brake dust, and it's going to get on everything back there. So I figured if I just took the lip off, left the back plate, there'll be some kind of dust protection there. You know, that was just my personal opinion on that, but you guys can do whatever you want. So if you haven't checked out the previous video where we put all the arms on and the sway bar and all that, you can hit that link up here. To continue on, check out the next stuff I put on there, which I don't know because I haven't made that video yet. So you can hit that link up here. And if you're enjoying the videos, maybe hit that subscribe link down here. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.